Hey guys, welcome in. If you are new or just passing through to my channel, welcome. My name is Tam. I'm also known as the Enlightened Auntie. If you are returning, welcome back, squad. I'm here today to do another general collective reading. We're not sign specific here, we're also gender fluid. I may say you and I'm talking to them. I may say them, I'm talking to you. Put yourself in the story wherever you seem to fit. Remember that time and energy are fluid. So I could be talking about the past, the present, or the future. Take only the parts that resonate and leave everything else behind. If you are looking to book a personal reading more aligned with your own story, all of my information is below in the description box. I invite you to join me for a session. As you enter, if you could please give the video a thumbs up so we can circulate into the algorithm and get this in front of the eyes that need to see it the most. Thank you guys so much for all the likes, shares, subscribes, tips, donations. Um, what are those things called? Super thanks. I appreciate all of them, and I appreciate all of you and all the new bookings. Before, I would never have to ask, because majority originally my following was mostly from Twitter. But now when I get clients and there are new faces and new names, I always have to ask, like, where did you find me? So if you could let me know in the comments, like, where did you find me? Did you find me here? Did you find me on TikTok? Did you find me on Instagram? Are you one of my day ones? Um, Let me know where you're watching me from. I love that YouTube is like global, so that people all over the world are receiving the messages that they need to hear. I'm completely tickled when I see y'all shout out where you guys are from when you're from another country. I'm like, the world is so much bigger than the United States. But I'm so thrilled to have you here and have you a part of my soul tribe. So thank you very much for being here. Hope everybody is doing well, feeling good. Let's jump in and see what spirit wants to talk about today. I wasn't actually going to do oracles at first, but something asked me to grab them. So let's see what's going on. Damn. All right. So the energy that I have here, definitely feminine. But of course we all embody masculine and feminine energy. So literally this could be anybody. But the energy that I'm feeling is that I just got a whole, there's like a whole dialogue going on. Going on in my head. All right. So let's just start off with the woman first, okay? I feel like collective, whoever you are, whoever this is, whatever it is, okay? Um, I feel like you are aware of like the people or situations that didn't appreciate your presence or didn't appreciate having, you around, right? Um some of you might even feel as though the people that you've dealt with or the people that you have, previously engaged with, because it kind of gives me the energy of somebody that you're not dealing with, or there's some separation here. And I feel like it's mostly because somebody here made a decision and it kind of feels like they didn't realize what the future implications would hold, because I do see that the decisions that this person made, they didn't really factor in the future. They didn't really think about it. Almost feels as though, and I never really see it this way. Interesting. I'm noticing something in this card that I've never really paid much attention to, but I kind of feel like the energy the word I just heard was unhinged. So, because this person is anything but grounded. I feel like they didn't think that their decision making process would get them in a bind, because right now part of their lesson is they're experiencing um, some issues. Now, what I think is really interesting, and maybe I'm reading too much into this with just these cards, but the way that it looks like it's, remember when I've said in other readings, it's like what somebody may have wanted for you is what's kind of what, it's like what's happening to them, or what they're recognizing it in their own realities. So it feels like this person made a decision because they didn't really find value or appreciation in who you were. So I feel like this energy is against the collective. I feel like this person may have been financially motivated. Um, I do feel as though circumstances, because I'm in my mind's eye, I see the Wheel of Fortune. So whatever you're doing or whatever you've been doing, keep doing that. Because I feel like there's been like her twist of fate, but it feels as though like your financial situation is shifting, but so is theirs. So if you are now in the positive, I feel like somebody's financial trajectory is kind of going in the opposite direction. And I want to say it's largely because they may have targeted the collective. They may have come after you. Like I said, it was financially motivated, but now they're unhinged because the decisions that they made, I feel like they thought that it would benefit them later, or they just really didn't think about the future implications, like I said. Okay. Oh, yeah. All right. Oh, okay. What's interesting is I also see collective. I feel like, especially if you're like more on the spiritual, if you're more on the spiritual side and you kind of like started leaning into your own divinity, or just following your path. Um, like I said, somebody here, they didn't appreciate you. So you may have, and this isn't for everybody, but I look at it from this perspective, whether you have these people in your life currently or not, by you removing or stepping away from people who did not appreciate you, you make space for the people who are meant to be a part of your life to come in. Because what this looks like, it's like somebody here did not appreciate you. You may have already been aware of it, and I feel like God was watching the whole time. Um, and it feels like you may have recognized where somebody didn't appreciate you. So God, spirit source, your ancestors, your spirit team, your crew, your energetic soul crew started to move you out of the area. So maybe people relocated. I mean, some folks may have moved, but this feels like when you recognize that somebody doesn't appreciate you, you start moving differently, right? So you move in a way that is spirit led. You're listening to your intuition. But you also recognize too that while you're walking away from people that don't appreciate you, what you're making space for is to have someone come into your life that actually does see your value and does appreciate you, okay? I think you also know that just because these people don't appreciate you, that there's somebody else out there that does. Um, like I said, I feel like this person, whoever was unhinged, who made this decision, They didn't expect the future fallout because this feels like there's some changes going on in their life right now that I feel like they didn't see coming. And this almost feels like storm warning is kind of like being aware that the shit is about to hit the fan, but this is in the reverse. So I kind of feel like there's no warning here. Shit just starts hitting the fan. Shit starts hitting the fan. And there may be somebody here that's outside of it, kind of paying attention, watching. I've mentioned this before, like maybe 3 or 4 readings ago. And again, this person acted in confidence. They made these decisions, took these steps, confidently. I feel like trying to affect your income, trying to affect your business, and now they're scared because they recognize that you seem to be okay, and their resources are now starting to dry up if they haven't already begun to dry up. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Interesting. Now this is interesting because I'm taking it from the card, like message in a bottle in the reverse at the bottom of the deck would imply that this communication, you may get some information from somebody that you know. When it's in the upright, it's like coming from an anonymous source, but in the reverse for me, it's like somebody that you know. But then I'm going to the bottom. I kept pulling cards until I got another like truth telling card. Then we have truth be told down here. So you may have somebody here that wants to come and tell you about some type of injustice that had been taking place in your life. Or some type of injustice meant to like bring an end to like new opportunities that may have taken place within a community of people. But like I have told you in other readings, whoever is trying to come towards you, I do believe that this person also played a role. So they don't automatically get a pass just because they're coming to tell you something, okay? So just keep that in mind. I'm going to leave these here. Now, for the cards that I already have laid out, I feel like you decided that's part of the reason why you detached and, maybe started, getting on your path. You decided not to deal with it just because you noticed the lack of appreciation. So yeah, no, there's no going the distance in this particular relationship. And you may have you may have replayed this shit over and over in your head, trying to figure out like why somebody was treating you a certain kind of way, or why you started to notice certain behaviors. Like you just had a certain understanding. You may have had an awareness, and you couldn't quite put your finger on it. It didn't quite make sense. It's giving Neptune station direct in Pisces. It does have that energy where you're just something feel. And the way I've been describing it to clients is like, in the earlier part of the year, like maybe February, March, when Neptune was stationed direct and things felt a little fuzzy for you early in the year, like you just something felt off, but you couldn't quite put your finger on it. You couldn't really, but you knew in your heart of hearts that something was off. You just couldn't fully wrap your brain around it, or you couldn't fully comprehend everything that was happening. You couldn't put your finger on the precise nature of the strange discomfort you felt, but you do know that you felt something was off, right? And so it may have like you may have been playing this shit over and over in your head, just trying to figure out like what in the hell's going on here. I do have someone here where somebody is questioning this person, like the decision that they made. Like, why would you do that? I don't even think that this person understands why, because I don't see there's no real issues between you. I heard, I don't want any smoke. Hmm. There's no issues between you. The interesting thing here, because even when I'm thinking of it in the opposite way, I'm like, okay, well, what if this is you? Maybe you made a decision to walk away from this, and you decided, I'm just going to make this decision. I'm not even going to really worry about, like, I'm not really going to worry about the future. Somebody here may be questioning, like, why you move that way when there doesn't seem to be any real issues, or you don't really have conflict with this person, or at least not on the surface. Maybe that's what it is. This person doesn't see, they're only looking at the surface. Because here it feels like whatever this confident decision that somebody made. Oh, collective. Collective. Okay. And I'm saying this only because I did do I did a pre-reading before I even went on camera, I usually do. But and I use tarot cards. I'm not using any tarot cards, but I got the same this energy down here. I got that in the tarot cards. This kind of feels like, remember when I said, like, somebody here was trying to they may have been trying to affect your resources, right? They made this confident decision. They just knew that whatever they were doing was going to actually work, and it would dry up your resources. But things aren't working out that way. Things are not lining up in that way, because you're not in a space of being at a financial deficit. Whoever I'm talking to is not in that space, okay? And what I heard is, we're not on that timeline. We're not living in that poverty consciousness, okay? And they're stuck. They're stuck now. They're stuck on a timeline. Like I said, we're not on the same timeline with this person. Whoever this is doing work against you, collective, or whoever made this decision to come against you. You're not experiencing what they wanted for you, because, like I said, and what I've been saying it for months now. We're not on that timeline. And so now the stuck energy, that stagnation that they may have wanted you in, the stagnation, the way I'm seeing it, it's like they wanted you to succumb to the pressures of, like, financial insecurity. I hope this makes sense for somebody. They literally wanted you to crumble. Damn. But what's happening is, like I said, you're not in that energy. You're in a very confident energy. Your self-esteem is intact, and therefore your finances are up, things are looking up for you, and things are not looking so hot for them. Things are not looking so hot for them. And unfortunately, they have to kind of, I heard, there's a return to sender here that's in play, but evidently whatever they're receiving right now, it's because of the work that they put in against you. It is what it is. All right, let's use these tarot cards. I said, you made a decision to walk away from something. You chose yourself. You may have even chosen someone else, because this also kind of looks like it's kind of like, if this reminds me of the energy that I saw like maybe 3 readings ago, where I said, Like if you had a family member or like a friend or a sibling or something, it's almost like they had an anticipation that you would choose them over, say, your partner, or, just choosing in a different direction. Like, because down here, like I said, it's like you recognize where you weren't getting any kind of love and appreciation, but you knew if you removed yourself from the situation, you would make room to have somebody who genuinely appreciates you, who genuinely loves you in your life. And that's what this looks like. It's like I'm not gonna put myself in a position to be undervalued and underappreciated in the midst of my own, my own family situation or my own friend group. I'm not going to put myself, so I'm going to remove myself. I'm going to make a new decision. I'm going to break up this party and I'm going to walk away because there is no emotional support here. And I'm going to make a very calculated move. I'm going to stand my ground, particularly against anybody who has been disloyal to me, especially if the people that you were dealing with were incredibly lazy in their efforts of trying to cultivate a solid relationship with you. These people may have rejected you in the past. And it's interesting, the rejection energy, I always think it's really interesting because it's kind of like the moment that they recognize that you are no longer participating in their BS, the moment that people recognize that, they're playing this game, but they're playing it by themselves because you're no longer available. It's almost as if their realization of your absence doesn't take place until they notice that you're no longer playing the game with them. Uh-huh. And like I said, somebody here now, it's interesting. It's because, like I said, somebody here is questioning why somebody else made certain decisions or certain moves. Um and it's interesting because now somebody is worried that you absolutely have no desire to deal with them. They're stressed out about it now. They may even be turning to other people or may have worked with other people trying to interesting. Somebody here may have worked with other people to try to create more stress in your environment or to put more burdens on your mind, especially in the realms of finances. And we'll go back to that. There's a financial component to this. So people may have worked together. Somebody here may have worked with other people to create some type of deficit or burden in your life or to create some type of worry. Okay. Now it's interesting because remember when I said before I even pulled these cards, I was like, there's somebody else here that they may not be a party to it, but they see something, definitely seeing something. They could be seeing how, like, because what I'm seeing is a lot of perseverance here. Like, even though somebody here may have tried to create some type of financial deficit in your life, I feel like what people are seeing, they're seeing how stable you are. Like, you may have two different situations going on in your life. Like this could be this, like, I'll use myself as an example. It's kind of like the family that you created versus the family that you came from. And this feels like, and you're keeping them very, very separate. One of these energies or one of these circumstances does create, there's a lot of stress and chaos around that that one group, okay? Somebody here may be actually seeing that. Somebody may have been trying to keep that hidden. What did I say? There's a financial component here. Somebody is worried that that the energy of this financial component is being revealed or being seen. Especially if, you know, it's crazy. I'm also hearing too, like if you were in a situation, or you were, say at one point in your life you did have some type of financial struggle, okay? And there were people who were around you or in your midst who absolutely could have in the hell is that in the middle of the street? No, that's not weird. Say that you had somebody, or you had somebodies who were in a position to be able to help you, because I can see that right here. If you were dealing with a situation where, say, you were dealing with a financial deficit, you were struggling financially, life might have been upside down for you or whatever, right? I feel like this person, whoever this is, because it does kind of feel like there's a ringleader here, whoever this is that made these decisions. This person may have been in a position financially to assist you, but instead they watched you, had other people watching you as well, but they watched you struggle. Not only did they watch you struggle, I kind of feel like they almost expected your demise. They wanted this to be too much for you to have to bear. They wanted you to be in a space of confusion. They wanted you to be in a space of depression, to the point where you would just, like, where life just would just kind of take over. You know what I'm saying? I even pulled the tarot cards for this section, but I can already tell. I already know what they're going to be. I already know what the energy is. Because literally what they wanted for you is what's happening to them. Now they're in a space of financial decline, and they're worried because they're losing their resources. That's what they wanted for you, and that's not what's happening. And now they're stuck and they're stagnant. They may be in need of financial assistance or resources to stay afloat, and now people are turning their backs on them. What did I say? Chariot, Eight of Cups. Because whatever they're doing is not successful, and somebody is upset. They're super upset. This is definitely somebody that you walked away from. Somebody here is dealing with some type of financial difficulties, and you've already walked away from them. But I see that, like, there's somebody here who may want to come in, and they may want to approach you. Problem is, they want to, okay, listen. I have the energy of somebody here who may want to come towards you to, like, heal the connection, because definitely I already see a broken relationship, a broken contract. The relationship is no more, okay? Because there's a contract here that's been broken. They may want to come towards you to heal the connection, but here's my issue with it. It does still feel like it's riddled with dishonesty. Somebody here may need to travel to you, or may need to travel in order to come towards you. They may be on the fence. They may not. Okay, so that's where Between Worlds kind of comes in. They may be on the fence. Somebody may want to approach you, but they may be at a distance from you right now. They may be a little cautious, only because, like I said, the relationship has been broken. There's a breakdown here, so there's complete disharmony. There's no, literally, the way I'm looking at it is like there's no going back. All right, let's bridge the gaps. Actually, no, let's not use this deck. Let's use this deck. Now, I have said in other readings where this, because this also can kind of look like to somebody here waiting. Haha. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Thank you. Okay, so say you may have walked away from this person here. This now looks like to me where somebody here may have been, because you walked away. I do see this. It feels like they're kind of waiting or had some type of expectation that you would come towards them to try to heal. Like you would try to come towards them to heal the connection. Child, don't do that. And if you waiting on me to come back, you waiting in vain. Because, yeah, that's a strong hell no. All right, let's bridge the gaps here. Yeah, somebody doesn't like being outside. They don't like being left out in the cold. And they're trying to keep this cycle from, and they're trying to keep this cycle from ending. Like I said, they may be at a distance from you and they may be unable to come towards you. Somebody here may feel as though they may feel as though there's some unfinished business. They may feel like a lack, like there's a, this is kind of the energy of 8 of coins at the bottom of the deck. This feels like somebody wanting to work, you know, like come towards you to try to work on the connection. They were waiting on you to come back. See, 3 of Wands. They're waiting on you to come back. They're waiting on you to come back to come and, you know, work things out. Yeah. No. Collective, I think you gave yourself closure. Just the distance and absence is enough. Yeah, it feels as though you walked away. Like I said, you let go of things that were emotionally unsupportive in favor of, it's like if you had been rejected by people, like, you know, say this is, we'll use a family as an example, okay? If you were constantly being rejected by your family or whatever, you're like, fine, I'll just go where the love is, and that's what you did. And you're like, I'm defending my position. You may have even gone silent on people, but this feels very like I'm choosing to surround myself with the people that I want to be around. Child, look at that. Now, I will say this. That's funny. I shuffled and the same cards that I was just looking at still came out. They've been waiting on you to come back and fix it. Collective, whatever you do for work, you may be getting some public recognition. It might, whatever you're doing may also be on the internet. It may be on the internet. So if I heard internet fame. So I don't know. I'm also seeing here too where it feels as though you, collective, I want to say, and I'm talking to somebody here who may be like very spiritual, potentially even just like really religious. Like if somebody here had been spreading, you know, rumors again, because somebody here was trying to over here make you feel at a deficit, like you didn't have anybody. People are really respecting you. I mean, respecting you in a way where they see maybe what you've overcome. You appear to be very strong, very, very balanced. You have a healthy relationship with God. Um, I feel like you've done a lot of work to address like your shadow or your, your ego, the more shadow side of your ego. I feel like you've done a lot of work to kind of reel that in, and people are seeing it. People are seeing it. I feel that people also, and again, especially if it's this group of people here that may have previously rejected you, again, you're going where the love is, and the people that you have turned to that actually do love and respect you, that is also being seen as well. Okay, we like it. And now somebody is feeling in deep regret. They like somebody here is kicking themselves that they had rejected you in the past, because now you're just not even like, while you may be sad that, things turned out the way that they did, I don't see you kicking yourself over it. You're just like, well, okay, now here's the thing. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So I do feel as though you're not feeling any kind of motivation. I do feel like you have somebody here in your energy who's really holding on tight or trying to, it's like grasping at straws. They realize that the connection has been severed, but they're doing whatever they can to continue to hold on to you. And I want to say, what did I say? It's connected to this financial component. Now we know that the sun is the most abundant card, the happiest, most abundant card of the entire deck. But I also see here where somebody here may be recognizing too, they may see how this person is trying to hold on to you, because now, like I said, at one point you might have been on the bottom half of the wheel, and now through your works or whatever it is that you do, now you're in a very stable space, emotionally, financially, spiritually. Okay. And you're not motivated in the least bit. In the least bit. You're not motivated to deal with anybody like, you can see this. You can literally see it. And I feel like their desire to hold on to you, it's toxic. And I'm looking at all these damn pentacles. They're literally, somebody here is really trying to stay connected to you for the resources. And so you are heavily withdrawn. You may be isolating yourself from everybody else. That's fine. I personally don't see anything wrong with that. Yeah, so like I said, you may have a public platform. You may be on the internet. Um Okay, so what I heard was, it's like, even though you may be like, say, internet famous, right? You don't come across as like full of ego. You're not like, you don't, it's like you're not letting it get to your head. But what people see is they see your confidence. They see your brilliance. If you're self-made, I definitely see self-made here. I see self-made. I see self-made, and I see you working hard. I see you working hard. And so everything that you're pouring into yourself, you are getting, it's like you're gaining the rewards from all of the hard work that you've put in. But now all of that work is being reflected back to you. Okay. Now I see this in two different ways. I can see this as you being kind of in a protective mode, protective in terms of like your relationships, like maybe you don't talk about your relationships, you don't, while you may have a public persona on the internet, you may keep your private life very private. You may keep, your personal life, your relationships, if you're in a relationship, you may keep that very private. If you've got new business associates or new business partnerships or new business ventures, you may also be keeping that very private. But you're working. I just see a lot of work. You're working. You're working and nobody knows what the hell you're working on. It ain't none of their business. Listen, I said, okay, and then I'm looking at the way these cards are laying. Definitely could be dealing with a Leo because I got all the Leo cards out here. You could be a Leo or have strong Leo placements, or you could be dealing with a Leo or a Cancer. I have strong Leo and strong Cancer out here. Yes. And for shits and giggles, I got Virgo, Taurus, Gemini, Aquarius. But this person may want to come in and try to heal the connection. But here's the thing. They want to come and heal the connection, right? But you don't have any fond memories of this situation. Like, you don't, like, it doesn't fill you with the warm fuzzy. So even if somebody were to try to come back to try to kumbaya with you, I don't see, honestly don't see that. Like I said, I don't see that. You know what? Whoever this person is, I heard they may even try to gaslight you about like what happened in the past. So it's this, what it looks like to me is like somebody, like if you were to try to call somebody on their shit, right? This almost feels like they would try to gaslight you with like, that's not how it happened, or like you don't remember it correctly, right? Like all of this feels like BS to me. I'm sorry. The 7 of Cups next to the moon and the 6 of Cups in reverse. I'm sorry. You can't gaslight me into remembering it in a way that you want to remember it. I definitely feel like you're making somebody here. I said they made decisions, but they didn't plan for the future. They did not have an expectation of what the decision today, how that decision today could implicate them in the future, because now what they're expecting, I do feel like if they're dealing with some type of financial struggles, I kind of feel like somebody here has an expectation that because you're so abundant and you're in a good healthy space that you would extend yourself to them. However, like I said, it feels very gaslighty to me. I'm sorry. It definitely feels like somebody here, while they want to come in and try to kumbaya with you, and here, let's try, because I didn't account in the future that you might not want to fuck with me. So maybe if I come in, I'm going to gaslight you over here and make you think that, what happened in the past isn't really the way that you quite remember it. I'm sorry, what? 7 of Swords. Child. The moon, the 7 of Cups, and the 7 of Swords. I'm sorry. What now? And it's interesting because when I see this card, I'm like, you probably have given this person, they gave him just enough rope to hang themselves. Just enough rope to hang themselves. Because I'm also seeing here too, like this Ace of Pentacles down here, if there is some type of windfall, again, this ace could be it could be an inheritance. It could be some type of windfall. It could be an opportunity. I'm looking at the way these cards, listen, the moon up here in the reverse with the moon down here, and it's all in the same line. They work with other people to try to hide something. To try to hide something. They worked they may have even put some money into this, spent money to have somebody hide this from you. Oh, look. So here's the truth. Here's somebody seeing things from a different perspective, or needing to, maybe this is you needing to see something from it. Oh no, wait, this is all connected to this person. So maybe it feels as though, remember when I said up here, like somebody else may have kind of from a distance looked at this situation and maybe questioned this person, feminine energy, distorted, questioned her. Why was she doing, why did you make these decisions? Why are you doing what you're doing? Why you work with these people to do all of this stuff, right? May have even tried to convince this person, like, hey, like, don't do that. Why are you doing this? You're choosing the wrong way. Tried to enlighten this person with the truth. Child, look at I love the way collective it doesn't matter. You're so unbothered. You're moving away from this entire thing. I don't even feel like this is, for some people, and I'll put myself in that group, I don't really pay attention to any of the stuff, the energies that I know are kind of like looming in the background. Like I recognize that they're there, but it's not a part of my reality because I don't live in that space. I'm honestly not worried about none of these people. I don't think you are either. 10 of Cups, 6 of Swords. I don't think you worried about any of these people. I don't think you're worried about any of this because you're still making a way. You know the truth of the situation. You made a very, mind over heart decision. There's no emotions in this situation. You're cutting out anything that does not belong. You're literally trimming the fat. I applaud you for it. Yeah. And even if they were to come rolling back around, I don't think you want anything that's in that cup either. Yeah, you don't want it. You don't want Mm-mm. You don't want it. Even though you do have somebody here that wants to come and tell child, you got somebody here that wants to come and tell you they want to come and tell you the truth. They want to apologize. They kind of want to tell you what this woman's been saying, all the lies. They want to tell you the truth. But here's the thing. Yeah, they want to tell you the truth about this woman potentially wanting to break down your relationships, and to bring you some type of, I heard, public shame. But that's not what's happening. Ooh, and they're worried. They're worried. And here's the thing, this person, whoever this person is that's trying to attack you, this person, when I say this person doesn't have self-love. They don't love themselves. So because they don't love themselves, they cannot understand how somebody who vibrates at such a high vibration, when you love yourself, child, you're invincible. You're invincible because you operate on the vibration of love. Love is the highest vibration of all. This person here is like, when you go low, they go lower. Like, this person lives in hell because that's how they see life. How unfortunate. Where are we time-wise? Let's grab some. Projects negative energies towards your children. Mad that they haven't stopped or ended you. Your silence is loud. Your spirit team is supporting you. They were angered when you walked away. Somebody says, I'd do it all over again. Yeah, they're sending dark energies towards you. It's funny how somebody can project so much negative energy, but then when their life is tanking, they expect to be able to come back and like like the energetic vampire that they are, they expect to be able to come back to you so that they can continue to feed off of your energy. They knew the truth the whole time as a traitor. Like I said, you may have someone who wants to approach you to tell you what's been going on, but please understand that that person is also a traitor because they knew the whole time it was happening. They knew who the target was. The target was you. Libra could be of significance. Gemini could be of significance. What they wanted for you is now happening to them, and it's called karma. You are uninterested in a new start. There may be a stepmother here. You may be a stepmother. There's a positive change in your circumstance, and somebody is using children or has been using children. You may be a spiritual teacher, or this person may be passing themselves off as a spiritual teacher. Somebody's home life is in turmoil, or they may have wanted your home life to be in turmoil. An uncle or your uncles may be of significance. You're in the public eye and being seen. Somebody is being left behind, or somebody's afraid to be left behind. Somebody forged signatures on legal documents. Somebody is in deep regret. Spirit says take a spiritual bath and cleanse your space. The month of January may be of significance. Could be dealing with a Capricorn or an Aquarius. Somebody has a sex addiction. Spirit will humble them all. Sagittarius may be of significance. Somebody says I'm scared. The month of April could be of significance. Could be dealing with an Aries or a Taurus. And we have a distorted feminine. At the bottom of the deck, I have gold digger. All right, so we have a stepmother, an uncle or uncles, children may be involved, a distorted feminine. Somebody here may be a sex addict. The month of January could be of significance. The month of April could be of significance. Could be dealing with an Aries, a Taurus, Capricorn, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, or Sagittarius. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it there. If any parts of this reading resonate for you, give you clarity or confirmation over your own story, give the video a thumbs up so we can circulate into the algorithm. If you'd like to book a personal more line with your own story, all of my information is below in the description box. You can go straight to my website, EnlightenedAuntie.com, to book a session with me. I am still running a special on live sessions for 1/11/11. That special is running until the end of this month, so get in where you fit in. I'm only taking 2 bookings per day for lives, and yeah. All right. Maybe I'll come back and do another one later. Yeah. All right, guys. I love you. Till next time. Take care. Bye.